Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to demonstrate to you how amazing this league mechanic is for casual players. We are going to discuss how to maximize the profits with minimal playtime by optimizing Kingsmarch. First, let's talk about the shipment mechanics and why it is one of the best mechanics ever to exist. Now, I have gone over my Kingsmarch's setup in this video, so I won't do it here. But if you have not seen it, please check it out as my setup is still the same. The whole mechanics in Kingsmarch are based on real time, which means your workers are always working and being productive in game even when you are offline, provided that you can pay them. Now, crops can be thought of as currency for shipment mechanics, and you receive them passively from your farmers even when offline, again, given you pay their wages. I have not sent out any boats for about a month, and here's the total value of crops that I got. With these, I can send out 350 million value boats without doing anything beside farming a few maps to sustain the gold to pay my farmers. To sustain a team of 27 level 10 farmers, you need about 360,000 gold per day. And if you're running my gold farming strategy, it takes about 9 to 10 maps to sustain your team for the day, and that's like 1 hour of gameplay per day. So that's about 7 to 8 hours of gameplay per week, and after a month, you'll be able to get at least 300 divines per month. If you have more time to actually play, beside farming gold, you should also farm dust as well, because if we're just counting the crops, I can only send out 3 boats, but because I have been disenchanting my jewelry, I have about 30 million dust to ship out as well, so I can squeeze in 1 more boat for the month. So in conclusion, real-time mechanics are powerful and time-gated, and if you don't have much time to play, make sure you farm gold to keep your farmers working to maximize the profits. Now, talk about profit. Let me send out these 450 million value boats to see how much currency I will get, and that'll be my monthly Kingsmarch's paycheck. So when I send out these boats, I'll make sure that I have a quota multiplier from the port, which just means that they're asking for crop like this. Based on the data provided from Reddit, I believe crop to dust ratio does not matter in whether you get more mirror shards or not. The only thing that matters is the shipment value. Okay, so I'm going to send out the first boat, then we'll collect the shipment, reset the quota with an ores boat, and send out another boat because you don't want to mix ore into your crops. Alright guys, while we're waiting for our boat to return, let's quickly talk about the currency exchange. So with Kingsmarch, we finally get a place for us to sell our currency without interacting with other players. And it gives casual players the ability to sell in bulk easier without going for a third-party tool. This means more time playing and less time trading while paying a little bit of extra gold. All the trades are visible on the exchange with large volumes, so it's harder to get scammed or price fixed. Let's talk about how do you maximize your profit selling loots on the exchange. Well, it just happened that I got a lot of loots that need to be liquidated, so let me walk you through the process and simplify it. First, we need to understand what's the bulk of our profits so we know what to sell. To help with that, we can use Wealthy Exile to track our loots on categories that can be sold in bulk on the exchange. I have filtered my tabs here, and you can see the bulk of my profit is in the currency at around 500 divines, not counting the 285 divines we have, of course. The scarabs are at 337 divines, the fragments are at 161 divines, the runes are at 139 divines, and you get the pictures. Most of these items can be listed on the exchange, and that's where we are going next to sell our loots. Here we are in the currency exchange. Let's assume you always want to convert your loots to divine, so we'll set this to I want divine orb. Next, we'll choose what we want to sell, and we'll go off the most valuable bulk that we have is tracked. Let's go with Valdo's puzzle box, and we have 84 of them, so I type in 84 here. Now you see that the game autofill the divine at 105, but we don't want that. We're always going to manually price them because we don't want to sell them at the market price. So hold down your Alt key and hover over the ratio, and in here you can see the competing trade, and usually I'll price it in between, which is 1.35 divines. And just like that, we squeeze out 8 more divines from our trades. Now repeat the same process and just go down the list of bulk items from Wealthy Exile until you're happy. I want to note that you get 10 slots to trade, and most of these trades will eventually fill if you price them reasonably in between like I do. So that's pretty much it. It's a 3-step process of identifying bulk, selling them, and pricing them correctly. Now, let's quickly touch on the loots that you cannot sell on the exchange. Because Wealthy Exile makes it convenient to price check items, the majority of the loot you want to sell in bulk will be tier 17 maps. If you're looking to sell contracts or blueprints, then you have to use bulk pricing tool on the forbidden troves. First, you figure out the price in chaos. Then you will price them to sell in bulk for divine. For example, a fortress map is 110 chaos, and divine is 150 chaos. So that's about 0.7 divine per map. I'll price this at 7/10 divine orb, which means people will buy in bulk for 7 divine per 10 maps. After pricing the item like this, you have to make sure that all the rest of the bulk have to be in a public tab. So I'll go into my map tab and make sure that it's public here. And that goes for all the other items as well, like the Forbidden's Tome, contracts, and blueprints, where I put them in a dump tab and make it public. By doing this, you can even price only one item in the bulk in chaos, and then all the other items will get listed as well for the same price. Just make sure to never sell the item that is used to set the price, and it will be good. Our first shipment has arrived. Let's take a look and hope we'll get the mirror shards. The 4 shipments I send out will all be identical in terms of dust and crop value, and the conditions are the same as well as shown on the side here. Now, the moment of truth. Yay! Wow, this is a really good shipment, good start. Let's see, 5 power runes here, 5 mirror shards, and 7 divines. This is going to be worth at least 200 divines, guys. The quota is reset, and I'm sending out the second shipment now. Same setup, let's see what we will get. I think we got really lucky with the last one with 5 shards. Let's hope we get them again, because from what I see, you can get 0 mirror shards as well if you are unlucky. This one is definitely a more standard shipment, unreasonable for a 50 million value shipment. We get 3 sacred orbs, 2 shards, 13 divine orb, and 2 power rune. The sacred orb is very rare too, but sadly they don't worth much. Now, we send out the 3rd shipment and hope for more shards. Similar result here, 2 mirror shards, 3 power runes, and 9 divines. Actually, the payout is a little bit better. Honestly, I cannot recall if we ever had any league where I can safely expect mirror shards payout as regularly as this league for how much effort I needed to do. Truly an amazing league for everyone, and especially casual players. Okay, so a little bit underwhelming last shipment here as we only get 1 mirror shard, 3 power rune, and 7 divine orbs. We also did not get any sacred orb as well. That puts our average at 2.5 mirror shards from the 4 shipments. So it fits my expectation of the shipment value at 100 divine on average. Here's the results of the 4 shipments, clocking in at 500 divines in profit. And with that, we've come to the end of the video. Please drop a like, subscribe, join my Discord, comments below if you think this video is useful. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.